Now we'll see if the floodgates open. Gersich on goal! Yes, sir! Shane Gersich makes it 2!
With home ice and a possible NCAA tournament berth on the line, UND delivers when it matters most. This is North Dakota Hockey with Brad Berry. I'm Alex Heinert. Thanks for joining us. Coming up, we're going to take you out to Ohio for all the highlights from an impressive sweep over the Redhawks of Miami and get you ready for UND's upcoming NCHC playoff series with St. Cloud State. All that and more alongside the head coach of North Dakota men's hockey, Brad Berry. And Coach, congratulations on an impressive weekend. You knew you needed a couple of wins to guarantee home ice and keep your NCAA hopes in good shape. You got that and more. A couple of great performances against Miami.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it was a playoff-like atmosphere. You know, our guys knew what the job was in front of them, and they got the job done. And proud of the way they had a business-like approach all weekend. And again, the result is what we wanted.
Yeah, you earned the home ice advantage now for the 15th straight season in the first round of a conference tournament. Just speak what that says about the consistency and the excellence of this program.
Well, I think you just hit it on the head, Alex, about the word excellence. You know, we demand it. The guys bring it every night. And again, it took us till the last game of the regular season to get home ice. And seasons are all different. And this one was a little bit different in the fact that it took us every single game to get the home ice.
Yeah, we did get the job done. History kept intact with those two big wins at Miami. We'll have the highlights from Game 1 on Friday when we come back.
North Dakota Hockey with Brad Berry on Midco Sports Network is presented by the University of North Dakota.
Welcome back. We're just starting the conversation about North Dakota's weekend series against Miami with head coach Brad Berry. And Brad, a smooth weekend in the end. It didn't start that way. A little interruption for you and the guys on Thursday night.
Yeah, something that wasn't planned. Obviously, we had to evacuate our hotel with a fire alarm there. And but you know what? We sat on the bus for an hour until we could get back in the hotel. And I thought it brought our group a little closer together on the trip.
Yeah, it's funny how things like that, out of the ordinary stuff, can really galvanize a team. And it showed certainly this weekend as you go to the highlights from the Goggin Ice Center on Friday. You entered that game, again, just a point ahead of St. Cloud and tied with Omaha for the final spot for the 4 seed in the NCHC playoffs. As you mentioned, a playoff-like atmosphere in the building in the lead up to this contest. And you could sense your team was really dialed in from the start, a really good opening for the North Dakota Hockey.
Yeah, you know what, we came out and we established our forecheck, got into their end of the ice, and I thought we played a lot in their end of the rink, possessed the pucks, and had a lot of good looks early.
A couple of good chances there, but despite the good start, it would be the Redhawks that would get on the board first, midway through that first frame. A little mistake at the blue line puts the Hawks on the break. Kiefer Sherwood with the one-time blast to DK.
Yeah, you know what, again, they made a couple of plays coming up the ice, and one thing we didn't do here is we didn't keep pouring back with all 5 of our guys, and they got it outnumbered on us, and they ended up being very opportunistic.
Yeah, you would respond, though, later in the period. On the power play here, Chris Wilkie able to drive to the net. Ryan Larkin makes the initial save, but Ludwig Hoff right there to bang home the rebounds.
Yeah, that's very important. You know, scoring on a power play, you think it's just in zone, but sometimes on a rush there, we kept with our routes. We went to the net and stayed on the puck, and I know they reviewed it, but obviously it was a good goal.
Yeah, it took a long time to make sure, but the goal would stand. First goal for Hoff in 21 games, 1-1 our score at that point. You would outshoot them 16-5 in the first period. You generate a lot of quality opportunities as the period was winding down. Really good chance here, Austin Baganski taking advantage of a mistake back in the defensive zone.
Yeah, and I thought we did that the first period here as, you know, really put pressure on their D-men to turn pucks over. And again, we couldn't capitalize, but it was good momentum going into the second period.
Yeah, 1-1 after the first. In the second, it played out a lot like that opening period. Shots were 15-7 in your favor. You controlled the game, but again, Miami would find a way, this time off a rebound in front off a block shot. Gordon Green with the goal to make it 2-1.
Yeah, again, you know, this came off a rush. We didn't give up too much in our zone as far as on D-zone coverage. It was everything off the rush, and again, we didn't have numbers coming back to the middle of the ice, and they capitalized.
Now, your response would be swift, though. Once again, 3 minutes later, a 4-on-3 opportunity. Great patience here as Tyson Jost walks in and snipes one over the glove of Larkin.
Yeah, 4-on-3 power play. I think penalty just expired, so it ended up being 4-on-4. But again, good interchange up top, and again, all starts with a great shot, but Austin Baganski being in the goalie's eyes and having great net front there.
Yeah, 14th goal of the season for Tyson to tie it at 2. You weren't done in the second. Miami goes on the power play, but a misplayed puck here at the blue line gives Trevor Olson a great breakaway opportunity. The junior from Duluth buries it past the glove of Larkin. Third of the year for Trevor, 3-2 the score.
Yeah, you know what? Did a good job on killing and pressured up there on the penalty kill, and Trevor got on a breakaway. He's pretty deadly, you know, on alone, getting a shot here, and again, makes no mistake, and that was a huge, huge goal of the game.
Yeah, so swung momentum back in your favor, back-to-back goals there in the second, 3-2 going into the third. Miami didn't have a lot of chances in this period, only 16 total shots on the night, but they forced Cam to make a couple of big saves. He came up big here midway through the third.
Again, there's a common theme going on with this Miami team is, you know, they generate a lot off the rush, and again, there's 2 chances that Cam had to come up big on.
Yeah, Johnson with 14 saves on the night. Again, you outshoot Miami 41-16. Cam able to preserve the 3-2 victory to maintain control of North Dakota's own destiny in the race for home ice.
I thought we had our legs early on, and it really showed. We put their defensemen kind of in bad spots, and that's the way we need to play hockey. You know, we played simple in the first period, and that kind of set the tone for the rest of the way. And we got to continue doing that tomorrow and in the playoffs.
I mean, we've been practicing a lot of structure this weekend and kind of talking about playing playoff hockey basically and not be easy to play against. And I think everyone kind of played their role today, and everyone blocked shot, and it was just a great team effort overall.
Talked about how we want to win for each other, you know, first. And obviously we want to bring another national championship back to the fans, but it starts from within the room, and I think we really, you know, are starting to understand that.
Okay, we got the first one, now we got to start focusing on the other one. So we didn't really have any time to settle this win in, and I mean, we're ready for another game tomorrow, and I think it's going to be a good one.
So North Dakota earns the 3-2 road victory on Friday. Coach, this game reminded people a lot of the game against Western Michigan a couple of weeks ago. You outshot your opponent by 25 in this one, but this time in a winning effort.
Yeah, you know what? We capitalized at the right time. Obviously, Trevor Olson scoring that shorthanded goal was a big deal. But for the most part, we had momentum and had a lot of opportunities, and that was the key. And going into Saturday night, that was something that we had to stay hungry and remain focused.
Yeah, Friday night special teams, another big point of emphasis for this team. You get a power play goal. Basically had 2 with Tyson Joe scoring at the end of that power play. Got a shorthanded goal as well. That group has just continued to blossom as the season's gone on.
Yeah, 100%. And again, you're right. It was a specialty teams game where we scored 2 power play goals and 1 shorthanded. You need to have that chipping in every game at this time of year to have success.
Yeah, guys had some laughs after the contest. Billy Joel, we didn't start the fire, blaring through the locker room. The fire would continue into Saturday. Another big game coming up for Miami and North Dakota. We'll have the highlights of that one after the break. Welcome back. Well, North Dakota hockey picked up a big win against Miami on Friday night. Closing out series have been tough during the course of 2017, but they would go at it again in Game 2, a chance to finish out the regular season on a high note. After the loss the night before, again, the Red Hawks were locked into the 7th spot and had a playoff date with Duluth. But again, a group of seniors hoping to pick up a win in their final home game of their careers. Your team, Brad, though, would have other ideas right from the opening faceoff. Again, another dominant first period for this group.
Yeah, you know what? That was the mindset. You know, staying hungry, staying focused, and making sure that we finish the job and trying to get the sweep.
Yeah, shots were 9-2 in favor of North Dakota in the opening 20 minutes. Ryan Larkin, the Miami goaltender, had to be on his toes. He made a number of big saves to keep this a scoreless contest for 20 minutes.
Yeah, he did. You know what? We had some good opportunities off the rush in the zone, and you know, he held his ground, and he was a big factor of them making sure that we didn't get out in front of him.
A couple of grade A chances toward the end of that period. Look at this no-look spin pass from Tyson Jost right onto the tape of Colton Pullman. Another great stop from Larkin. Great play, though, from your freshman.
Yeah, this was 4-on-4, and you know, the guys did a lot of good job of being deceptive and making a great play there, and we didn't capitalize, but it was a great play.
Yeah, much like in Game 1, right in the final minute of that first period, a great breakaway chance. Pagansky had one on Friday. Wright Gardner, a good chance here, another big save for the Miami goaltender.
Yep, kept them in. You know, could have been 2-3-0 there, but you know, our guys didn't let down. We even came back harder in the second here.
Yeah, 2 minutes into that second frame, Ludwig Hoff comes up with a great play along the boards. Nice little no-look pass to feed Chris Wilkie, the sophomore. Buries home his first of the season to make it 1-0.
Yeah, you know, great forecheck there with Ludwig, but it's great to see. You know, obviously Chris Wilkie being snake bit here for most of the season. It's great to see him have a little bit of success in scoring a goal.
Yeah, as he said, Chris has hit the post so many times. He pulls the monkey off the back as he walks over to the bench. 1-0 at that point. A couple of minutes later, Colton Pullman called for a trip at the opposite end, giving Miami the power play. And on the second man advantage chance of the night, the Red Hawks capitalized. Grant Hutton with the initial shot. Kiefer Sure was there to back home the rebounds.
Yeah, you know what? We had a chance to clear the puck a little bit earlier here. They kept it in the zone, and that's what usually happens when you don't get it clear. usually the puck is in the back of your net, and they made a great job of getting to the net there.
Second goal for Sherwood in the series, his 13th of the season, but you would respond. 5 minutes left in the second. You pull back in front thanks to just a tremendous individual effort here from Tucker Pullman along the boards.
Yeah, you know what? He's normally you don't see a defenseman down below the goal line a lot, but you know what? He took it upon himself to try to get us back in the lead, and he did a great job of getting us a go-ahead goal.
We timed this out. He has the puck for 13 seconds here below the goal line, all by himself. Eventually the defense just leaves him alone. He beats Larkin 5-hole for his 6th of the year. 2-1 North Dakota. Huge game for Tucker really all night.
Yeah, it was. I mean, he's a guy that cares deeply, and again, you can see him here again, rushing the puck and making a great play, and he's taking the team upon his back here, and that's what good leaders do.
Yeah, nice feed there from Tucker to Trevor Olson. Second goal of the weekend for goal machine Trevor Olson, who suddenly has got the scoring touch. Third point of the night for Tucker.
Yeah, and again, the big thing here is, it was an odd man rush coming in the zone. Joel does a great job of going to the net to give that lane to Trevor.
Yeah, so 4-2, excuse me, at that point. Miami not done yet. The puck comes to Chaz Switzer here at the point. He rockets one through traffic and past Cam to make it 3-2 at this point now with 11 minutes left.
Yeah, we got hemmed in our end here just a little bit. Didn't happen a lot on the weekend, but the guys were trying to do the right thing and block a shot, and I think it went off us into the net.
You talk about a quick response though. Just 35 seconds later, you regain the 2-goal lead. Dixon Bowen able to hit Tucker Pullman. He rings the shot in off the crossbar, 4-2 at this point.
Yeah, and again, I think you're seeing a common theme here. The last 3 goals have been upstairs over the glove of Larkin here. So guys did a good job of noticing that and executing.
Yeah, Tucker finishes with 4 points on the night, a +4 rating. He really took the game over with the help of certainly a great team effort. Towards the end of the contest, Hrynkiw Blase rolls the dice, pulls Larkin with 4 minutes left. The gamble doesn't pay off though, as Dixon Bowen able to nets the empty netter, and now we wrap this one up at 5-2.
Yeah, even though it's 5-2, that was a big goal. When you put a goalie with 4 minutes left, it kind of puts you on your heels, and it's good to get that one early in that, and when they pull the goalie.
Great performance for the second night in a row. You complete the sweep and you clinch home ice for the first round of the NCHC playoffs.
We knew this was kind of a make or break for our season, so we needed 2 wins. And I think everyone stepped up. We played a really hard, heavy game this weekend, both games, and really overwhelmed them, I think. So, yeah, it's big to come out with 2 wins.
I liked, how he managed the puck and how he took care of it for the most part. I liked, we were able to control when we changed and change out of the ozone a couple of times, which is big. And just little things like that. I think puck management was big, and we were always moving our feet.
When it comes to playoff time, you have to win 2 games on the weekend, or else your season's pretty much done. So, this is just a nice little learning curve to understand what we need to do to get those 2 wins on a weekend. And, we just got to keep moving forward. A couple of huge performances from guys, and, it was a huge team effort all the way around.
The 5-2 win on Saturday gives North Dakota their first ever win in Oxford. Haven't played there a ton of times, but still nice to get that victory on the road. You outshot this team 68-27 over 2 games. This team really feels like they're on a roll right now.
Yeah, you know what? That's the biggest thing the second half of the season. We had our bumps in the road, obviously, first half and second half. I thought we were playing with a lot of momentum. We haven't had the result in the second half, but we've been playing pretty consistent in the way our approach is, and now we're getting some results. Got to continue that here from week to week going forward.
Yeah, you've won 3 of your last 4 now. What do you think has been the biggest difference that you've seen in just the uptick in play the last couple of weeks?
I think the contributions from everybody. It's not just one line, and we've had a big line in the past last year, and now we're getting everybody in scoring. Everybody's contributing, and that's a big deal. To have success down the road in the future, you have to have everybody contributing.
Yeah, we have had some success against St. Cloud State this season. You've won 3 of 4 against the team you're going to face here at home this Friday. This is a team that you've had some wars with over the years, certainly. How much do you look at what you've seen this season from this team in preparation, or do you kind of wipe the slate clean and start from scratch?
No, we take everything into effect. We played them 4 times, very evenly matched teams. It's a situation where we're glad we have home ice. We get a last change. We get a lot of things going on here. We got a loyal, passionate fans here. We have to make sure that we use everything that we can to beat this team, and it's going to be tough, but we feel like we have a lot of great things on our side to keep going here.
The 2 wins this past week have moved you up now to 11th in the pairwise. St. Cloud State at 18th right now, but you're both still in very much the same position, still trying to fight and claw and scrap for an NCAA spot. It's all still going to be out there this weekend.
Our lives are still on the line. It's no different. We're in playoff atmosphere, playoff mood here, and we got to make sure that we pay attention to that. This is the second season. You know, the first season's regular season. Now this is the second season. I think not only players but coaches and the fans get jacked up for this. So again, you'll see an electric atmosphere this weekend.
Yeah, nothing better than playoff hockey. Certainly playoff hockey at the Ralph, a pretty special occasion. Coach, good luck against the Huskies this week. We'll talk to you about it next week.
Thanks, Alex.
Brad Berry. When we come back, another word from our two seniors on this North Dakota team. Stick around. Welcome back. Well, time now for part 2 of our senior conversation with Gage Ausmus and Matt Hrynkiw. For that, here's Katie Hale.
We're here continuing our conversation with North Dakota's two seniors, Gage and Matt. Matt, I want to talk to you for a moment about really what kind of the fans got to know you as a junior. It was mid-October. Cam goes out in the third period against Bemidji State with an injury, and here you come in. And I remember talking to fans after that day, and they were asking me, is he going to be okay? Is he ready? And I kept saying to them, you guys, he's cool as a cucumber. This kid, I mean, he'll be fine. And you were, and then some. But from your perspective, what was that like?
Yeah, you know what? I was kind of getting ready for that opportunity for 2 years and really trying to build each day, trying to develop, be the best goalie I could be. And I saw hints of it even in sophomore year, even some freshman year, that I know I have the ability to play at this level. So to finally get that chance and just had to play the way I knew how to play and just cherish every moment, because it was a blast, and it still is a blast today. So.
Gage, for you, you are one of a select few to be captain 2 years in a row. And that's a great honor in and of itself, but it carries a lot of responsibility too. So what has that been like for you in the last couple years?
Well, you know, it's really been an easy job, really. You know, last year we really didn't have to go through any adversity, and our leadership group was second to none. And this year, again, we have a great leadership group, and the older guys in the locker room are so good with the younger guys, and I think we really gel together as a team, and that's really what you have to do as a leader is just get the team to gel together and get everyone on the same page, and that way you can go to battle together, and that's when you're at your best. So, you know, being a two-year captain is something I never even would have you know, dreamed of or thought of, but you know, I'm just really grateful to have the opportunity and be in the spot I am.
Every year I sit here with what usually is a few more seniors, but it always is interesting because you guys are sitting there kind of going, I can't believe I'm here. What would you say to the freshmen coming in about your 4 years and what to relish?
I would say absolutely cherish it. I mean, you hear it every year, it goes by quick, but you really can't grasp it until it happens, and it flies by, and you wish you had more days, but that's not the reality. So I'd say make the most of every day you do have here and appreciate all you have around here, because it's a unique place and there's nothing like it, and you'll miss it, guaranteed, even when it's coming to a close. Like, I already do miss it, and it's just so special. So yeah, cherish your time.
There's a moment, hopefully it'll come a lot farther down the road than now, where you will take off that jersey for the last time. And maybe, Matt, I'll start with you. You have a very analytical mind. What's that going to feel like?
I'm not sure I really know how that's going to feel. I think it'll be in that moment you kind of have that realization, and it's going to just flood over you. And I'm really trying not to think about that moment too much, because I mean, we've got 2 games this weekend that we need to have our best hockey for, and we'll take it kind of a step at a time, just like anything else, and let the results take care of itself, but do our part to get ready to play.
Live in the moment. Gage, how about you?
Yeah, really something I've been trying to avoid is thinking about that last time taking this jersey off, and I really don't know what it's going to feel like, but you know, everyone goes through it. Happens to everyone. You know, we've been fortunate enough to be here in the time we've been, and we've been on some great teams and been to the Frozen Four 3 times and hopefully a 4th, and you know, we really can't ask for much more. So the greatest thing about this is I really have no regrets, and I don't think any of us do.
That's awesome. Well, on behalf of the fans of the University of North Dakota, both you have been successful individually and collectively for this program, so thank you. And you will be a valued alumni now very soon. So thanks for your time, guys.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thanks, Katie. Well, the regular season portion of the careers for Gage and Matt are now in the books, but you can bet they will not be satisfied without a lengthy postseason run. We'll preview UND's first matchup of the postseason against the St. Cloud State Huskies when we come back.
North Dakota Hockey with Brad Barry on Midco Sports Network is presented by the University of North Dakota.
We love playing there, and we love the atmosphere, and play playoff games. Playoff hockey's the best, so we're excited for it.
That's right, Tucker Pullman. Bring on the playoffs and bring on the Huskies. North Dakota will host St. Cloud State in the 4-5 matchup in the quarterfinals of the NCHC tournament, and we'll have each game in the best-of-3 series live here on Midco Sports Network, Friday at 7:30 p.m., Saturday, and if necessary, Sunday at 7. A series victory will put UND in Minneapolis with a frozen face-off on March 17th and 18th, and will only increase their chances of an NCAA berth for a 15th straight year. Here's the rest now of the NCHC first-round pairings. Should North Dakota advance, they would take on the top remaining seed in the semifinals. We will have all the highlights and reaction from that first round next Tuesday right here on North Dakota Hockey with Brad Barry. Until then, I'm Alex Heinert. We'll see you throughout.